Alrighty guys, I feel good enough where I'm going to come out here. I kind of already hooked up the welder and I did a couple practice runs with it, make sure I had the wire fed right and all the settings. I've got the, what are they calling this? The ER70S-6.8 millimeter wire in it. I got that little bogey wheel set up for the 0.8. As I was bumping the feed line, I was tightening this down so when I let off the feed, this would stop. I got just enough drag on it. That way, when you bump the trigger and let off, it doesn't unspool on you or whatever. Pretty cool little welder. It appears to. It's got a button here that you can change the upper not quite not quite sure what that does. I have a bad habit of not reading instructions. This currently, I'm going to play with some probably set it for 130 with this little bit thicker stuff that I'm going to play with. I have it set up for gas. I've got carbon dioxide hooked up down here with a regulator and adapter that I bought. Now, with carbon dioxide, you won't get a super duper clean weld, but you'll get a cleaner weld than you will with flux core. But that's the cheapest form of gas to MIG weld with. I'm gonna try to get this set up here, I think. Hope I don't get any splatter on my phone. Actually, I think I'm gonna pause you guys and find a leather glove to put over the lens of my phone. Alrighty. Hopefully this won't shut nothing off. But I'm hoping it'll protect my lens. So this thing's turned on. My welding helmet's a little bit dark for this, but it'll be alright. Now, see if I can get this set up. This stuff's thicker than quarter, pretty sure. But I got it somewhat cleaned up. So hopefully we can get a good grout. Not a good welding table. Chair's all beat up. Let's see if that'll work. I've got it, the gas set. I don't know, Chinese gauge. 20 CFM, what I'm thinking. 30 thousandths wire. We're at 130 amps, that's what it's looking like, and 23.5 volts. see what it does. It was pretty shaky on that one. So there. Should have grabbed a pair of pliers. Probably should have hit gloves on too. These are place grips. I don't know what pliers are. My gloves. Is the camera gonna focus? Looks like it got some pretty good penetration. Let's weld up on this side. This would simulate like a crack, and this would just simulate a poor fit up. It was somewhat V'd out on that side, so let's do a couple welds there. Hopefully it's set up. I'm gonna set this back up. I just don't want any hot sparks to land on my phone and smoke my phone. So let's see here. Let's do this one first. The angle of this is different than what I'm used to. Didn't get it. So, pair of nips. The good welding table, that would have worked, but I've got so much paint and crap on this chair. Tell you what, for an under $200 welder, it seems to weld pretty decent. Now there's slag inclusion, all kinds of crap in there, but let's see how that does. That would simulate like a dirty crack. Gotta move my gloves. I think that thing welds pretty good. Alright, let's see here. Let's simulate like a, that's a super thick piece. Let's simulate like a dirty weld or something. Alright, there's no grinding or nothing there. So So let's see how it does. For this, it's thicker steel. I'm just going to turn it all the way up with this one. I'm going to want to burn in. Hoping I can get a arc started. This would be like not recommended. You should always at least grind it to like that for when you get ready to do a weld. But let's see what happens here. That's surprising it look that good on non-clean, rusty, dirty metal. I've seen my wire skate a few times where it didn't get contact, but I don't think that welder missed a beat. With the gloves again. Let's do another one on the other side there. Have enough piece for. And a little bit of an odd angle. This time I'll start on the dirty side. On the other one I started where that plasma cut was and then blended over into it. So let's start this. This ain't been ground, it's all rusty. Spot weld that right there. Let's do a dirty weld across there. I believe this is all the way up. If I was using 75-25, this thing would probably weld even better. But I'm using a very dirty gas. I mean, this is probably thicker than what it was ever intended to weld. It welds good though. Not sure what we're making here, guys. Playing around with the welder. Let's do a poor fit up right there. That'll simulate a very poor fit up. Thought I had another piece, but yeah. And this stuff is just plasma cut finish. Simulate a downward, just pour fit up dirty metal. Burnt through on that one. I have to believe it's really 145 amps. I mean, it was able to burn through that piece of steel right there. Of course, that was on that slag too. Let's weld over this slag on this side and see what it looks like. It looks like it burns through that plasma cut and slide pretty easy. Now I do know I can feel my ground wire, my clamp and my ground wires getting pretty warm. But I mean, that's quite a bit of welding on maximum setting there. this over yonder. And let's see if we can simulate bodywork with this thing. I don't know where the settings are going to want to be for, say, if you wanted to cut a section out of a fender or something and weld it back in. Let's see if we're still recording. Yep, we're still recording. I didn't bring a bucket of water out here to pull that stuff up. I do with them vice grips. Do a very rough fit up here. That'll give us something to clamp our ground to too. You want a good, let's bring this down to 80. That's 80 and 21 volts. Let's see what that does. I've never welded body metal with this welder, so try to see what it keeps falling down. Typically when I spot panels together, I'm just wearing sunglasses and my hat. Missed. I think 80's still too hot. This is all the way down. Switch out to my, like what I used to do when I was body working. Good idea with my hat and sunglasses. I don't have any anti-splatter stuff. I don't know if this thing's going to be very good for spot welding. And that's all the way down there. Let's try a different setting there. Negative stuff. I don't know. Let's try that. Now we might be getting somewhere. Welding. Settings some more. That's a poor fit up right there. Damn, I really clamped it. I still wouldn't say I have the settings 100% correct for bodywork. Let's try some different settings. Negative. See what this does. That's sounding a little better. Should have gloves on. There's a poor fit up here. Yeah, I'm definitely not used to it for body work, but you can use it for body work. I think it's a matter of playing with the settings. Wonder where that's at right now. I wonder how that would do on that thick piece if we turn it back up. Let's grab it. Weld on some weather. Let's see here. Where do I want to weld on it though? Back up. Let's see what that is. Just lay a bead on it. I don't have nothing. It's not liking that at all. Let's try it here. Just put one next to it. Yeah, I'm going to say that's at a positive 20. So, I think there's a learning curve. Like I would have to use this thing a lot to figure out exactly where all the settings are supposed to go. Let's see how it does here. It's rocked over, so that's a poor fit up there. Try it over all this slag where it's set at here. This little thing welds pretty good. It seems to weld thicker stuff a lot better than I can get it to weld thinner stuff. It's got paint on it and everything. But the little bugger welds pretty good. Get rid of the dirty painted stuff. Let me pause you. We're going to go get some different stuff to weld on. I know, boring video, but let's weld on these mower blades. I'm going to leave the settings right where they were for that thicker stuff. See how well it burns in on these mower blades. And they're dirty too. I'm going to clean them up or nothing. That was a push weld. This was a pull weld with a pour filler. A little lower. It's at 115 Hold it at 20. Let's change that 20 to 15 and see what happens. Change it to a 0. And then it stays the same. This is the lowest setting. Let's try it at 30 with the lowest setting. Negative 30 on the lowest setting. Pump this up to 65, negative 30. Prep this very good. A little hot there. Let's try it at 60. Let's pull some of that negative out of it. 15 now. Burn holes in the side. Let's do It's looking more like body spots there. Don't sound like it when I hit it though, but I'm used to a much older welder. We'll do a plug weld. This is simulated dirty. Helmet on for this. Tip. I wished I had some anti-splatter stuff, but I don't. A little bit too long. A little bit of practice, this would probably be a pretty good little body welder. That one there wasn't a good fit up, but yeah, because when you're doing body work, you grind your welds off and then like body filler over it anyway. But there's my second and third plug weld. Turned out pretty good. It is most definitely attached. Let's see if I can peel this piece of sheet metal off the other way. You want 100% fusion when you do body work. That way it holds up, and I think we got it. Yeah. So, I'm done welding with it. I'm going to shut my gas off. There's a switch on the back of the welder I'm going to shut off. I shut it off, it's still running. It's got a, oh, there she goes. Must take a minute for it to cool down. Piece of scrap metal anyway. I would have to say for an under $200 welder that you can get on Amazon, I think right now I'm total with that regulator and adapter to hook it up to gas. You'll probably be right around that $200 range. I bought that regulator off Amazon, the adapter off Amazon, and you can get this welder on Amazon too. Just type in Bestarc MiG 145 in the search bar, and I'm sure it'll pop up. I'm going to try to put a link in the description. So, I was sitting there talking the whole time. So, yeah, I think it's a very, very, very capable welder for as small as it is. I'm definitely not used to the new technology on the welders. For bodywork, I'm used to my old school transformer one. And that thing's a great big one. But it had two knobs to control. I think the feed on this is set automatically when you're changing your features around on it. I think it automatically changes the feed to wherever the voltage and amperage is. I'm used to on bodywork where I've got an amperage control and I got a wire feed control, and I like running 23 thousandths wire typically when I'm doing body work. I would much rather have it melt the wire than blow holes through the panel, but this was 30 thousandths, but it definitely welds. Let me know what you guys think of this little thing. I think it would be a great little one to do muffler mods, and it doesn't take up any room. But you guys take it easy and have a good one.